Hey bestie. So I was just thinking recently, like if you're not a millionaire, why not? It's easy. You just have to be one. Come on now. When I was like 10, I used to Google ways to make money as a kid. And there'd be lists of like, walk a neighbor's dog, babysit, make lemonade and beg people to buy it because please, your parents spent their last $5 on these lemons. But you know, the general idea was to offer a product or a service that was like valuable to the person that was gonna buy it. So imagine how stupid I felt when I made it to adulthood, bro. And I realized the actual best way to make money is to not drink Starbucks or eat avocado toast and to drop ship back braces to the unfortunate subset of the population that has not yet heard of AliExpress. Graham Stephan, I am coming for your crown. I know the secret. Now, I don't know about you, but I am sick of being in my 20s and not bathing in dollar coins in my luxury spa bathtub every night. I'm never gonna be there just in my garage with my new Lamborghini if I can't even afford a place that has a garage. And I just feel like I'm missing out on a lot. Like the privilege of being able to make a course on how to be a millionaire in your 20s so that I can make more money and be more of a millionaire. I'm trying to be an influencer, but instead I'm stuck out here being a deadfluencer. I don't want this life for myself anymore. I'm in the rat race, but all I can manage is a short distance sprint, okay? I want out. So I found some avenues that can help me out, or help us out. There's room for us all at the top. So first I figured that we better work on our mindset. So I found this video on 3 advices of how to be a millionaire in age of 30. 3 advice how to be a millionaire. And this was made by a millionaire. So you know this is top quality advice. In the age of 30s, be a million. Stand out from the crowd. All right, so do not be talented, do not be in poverty, and be successful eventually. I think I can do this. And geriatrics can do this, so it's probably even easier in your 20s, right? When you're like youthful and full of life. And for more motivation, you can always turn your attention to some real life examples of what just simple, consistent work is done for other young people just like us. Like Jordan Welch, who is the creator. Now, Jordan is not only rich in terms of wealth, but also in terms of wisdom, as we can see from his recent tweet. If you're anxious, breathe. If you're sore, stretch. If you're depressed, pray. The simple solution is always the most effective. Now, if that was up your alley, if you feel sufficiently ready to be rich, I would suggest to try following Fearless Motivation on Facebook. Like, if you wanted hustle culture mindset quotes to be force-fed to you on the regular, that's where it's at. Like, I couldn't recommend a better place. You know, you scroll down your timeline and there's a meme, there's a baby photo, and then there's a man sweating in the gym with the text, work harder or you'll die a nobody. Just like plastered on top of it. Really gets you going. Insane. Gets you going insane. 'Cause I'm sure these posts really do it for some people. Actually, I know they do, because one of those people was my ex. He was successful in everything except for maintaining a relationship. But like, is this a me problem, or is saying mindset? It's what separates the best from the rest, just not enough to make depression extinct. Like, yeah, bestie, I'm the rest. Even at my peak, I will never be the best. I'll admit it. I've got nothing on Bill Gates. I don't know what to tell you. Should I quit now while I'm ahead then? Or like, where do I go from here? What about the quotes that are just like, keep trying. You're doing your best. Someone's proud of you. Listen, I lost it. I'm sorry. I can feel my motivation slipping. You can probably see it. I think this is just not my place. Like, repeat every day. I am not what happened to me. I am what I choose to become. Well, I choose to not become the type of person that would say this every day. Is that okay with you? So clearly following Fearless Motivation on Facebook and saying that I'm living the dream when people ask me how I'm doing is not going to help me be rich and successful because I refuse. I need an easy hustle. I'm not a hard worker. Listen, if you're a motivated slay queen, you can probably just leave it at this. Go make some bank. It's okay. Be independent. It's fine. But for the rest of us, maybe what we need is some passive income. And for someone to give us ideas on what we can do for passive income. Because coming up with your own ideas is a lot of work. So I went searching and I found this video on 10 passive income ideas to become a millionaire. These ideas are gonna make us big bucks with absolute ease. It is a guarantee. Look at this dude. This is gonna be you. From well-fed with pockets to seemingly malnourished with nowhere to put your coins. Now, I did choose a bit of a smaller video to watch here. I just feel like they're gonna have some undiscovered gems in them. I feel like the advice will be a bit more grounded, like realistic. And I also just really trust the presenter.
I've conducted considerable study and hand-selected the top 10 passive income ideas based on their track records of success.
From the sounds of things, this dude has either been consulting with leprechauns or is
Success.
a leprechaun. Either way, I just know he's got pots of gold, plural pots. Some Irish men say top of the morning. This guy says top of the world, okay? And these are his steps to success. So we could be just like him, Irish. I just picked the first sort of few ideas to go over because I thought like, whoa, they like blew my mind as it was. I couldn't handle all 10. But there are 10. So if you want to hear the rest, go give this video a watch. But the first was keeping people's belongings in storage.
What could be simpler than getting people to pay you to keep their belongings if you have space in your your garage or basement?
I don't have that much space in my garage or my basement because I don't have either of those things. But I suppose you just have to work with what you got and then move out. Leprechauns only have a pot, and they make it work. He's made it work. Eventually you could dig a little hole in your backyard, you could store some boxes in there, maybe a body, and then you can put some stuff on the roof, some stuff on the driveway, just keep expanding. I mean, you've already got this property, so you might as well make the most of it. We're millionaires after all. So say you start storing belongings smack bang at the age of 20, all right? And you want to be a millionaire by the time you're 29. Then you only need to charge $304 and some change a day for you to store something. It sounds reasonable to me. I'm loving these ideas already. And then the third was to launch a blog or a YouTube channel. Oh my god, I'm on the path of success and I didn't realize it. I can't wait to be a millionaire.
If you have a great idea...
Oh. Never mind.
Once the hard work is done, you can kick back, relax.
Pause, because they clearly snuck a little tip in here that only potential millionaires would pick up on. You have to use your stress heat to pop popcorn while you work, so that you never have to stop to eat. I bet you didn't catch that, huh? You're welcome. But I am starting to trust this guy a little less, because he just told us to kick back and relax. That's not very millionaire of you. Who are you really? Show us your bank statements. Huh? Why don't you? Huh? Establish an online program. Of course. Of course. The problem is that typically requires you to have like a particular skill set, like to be good at something. I don't really get it either. Some people can do it though. Now the fix to that problem is that if you want to make a course on how to make money, you can literally just Google it. What better way to make money than to tell other people how to make money? Easy peasy, job done. Don't you just want to give me money now? I know. No, keep it. We're all gonna be millionaires. It's okay. And then there's produce a digital book or manual. Because ebooks and recipes and apps, they're just like a totally untapped market. There is so much potential for you to slay and go viral and make tons of money writing a book. Nobody writes books. As long as your app is frictionless, you'll be off to the races. And with recipes, just make sure to include your entire life story, your parents' life story, and then maybe even like the life story of your cat or something before you show people the recipe, because people love that. Everyone does. So yeah, those were some really easy, really simple ideas that pretty much guarantee that you're gonna be a millionaire. Not sure really how you could fail on this, other than, of course, not structuring your day properly. Because we all have the same 24 hours in a day, but some people are millionaires and you aren't. What's your excuse, huh? Don't you have a sacred morning routine? Oh, let's explore that. So Kevin Cruz from Forbes, or KK, as I think would be more fun to call him. We can scrap the initials depending on what his middle name is though. Like it's kind of towing the line on being acceptable. So KK interviewed 200 entrepreneurs, including Basketball Shark Man and some other people. And he, quote, identified 6 common traits related to their most productive days. Now the first is the aforementioned sacred morning routine. So this includes having free time. Like an hour of free time. The sacred 60, you may want to call it. I prefer the hour of power personally, because it sounds like to be a millionaire, you just have to like pump iron during one particular hour of the day, determined by maybe one overruling millionaire. Or you have to like live off the grid except for 1 hour in the morning where you're allowed to do your washing or something. Which, to be fair, would save mad money. Maybe I should take that up. But God, this doesn't make me want to be a millionaire, because being a millionaire sounds fucking exhausting. Imagine it's the first thing you do. You wake up in the morning and then you go ride your exercise bike and scroll Fearless Motivation. Or quote, fill 45 minutes with physical exertion combined with mental input and expansion. Oh my God, you're already millionaires. Get over yourself. Just sleep in, man. Or do they just not sleep as much because they're already living the dream? Now the second thing they do is they identify their most important task, which they have made into an acronym, because of course they have. Everything's gonna be quick when you're a busy millionaire. You got no time to think, what's my most important task? No, it's what's my myth? What's my myth? So essentially they remind themselves every day that they are actual human beings with values and not mindless money-making robots. And then they plan their day around those values, those human values. Unless they're Mark Zuckerberg, who I think by now has probably just accepted that he is a robot. See, it says they ask, what's the one thing I can do today that will get me closer to my goal? And I do the exact same thing, except I think my long-term goals are probably just a little less ambitious than theirs are. Like my long-term goal is literally just to maintain my sanity. I struggle even with that. This article is really not helping. The third is that they work on their MIT. They say 1 to 2 hours every morning without interruptions. They must work on their MIT at 3 a.m. in the fucking morning when every other living thing is asleep. Except for my cat, who is probably on top of my fridge fucking wailing like her husband never came home from war. It says they know they're at their best cognitively in the morning. So I guess throw out the idea of being a millionaire if you're a night owl. Oh, you feel groggy in the morning? How does it feel being poor? This dude KK must not be a millionaire, because instead of making acronyms, he's out here adding letters to things. You're working backwards, dude. Also, can someone explain to me how the 2 most productive hours of your day can be spent doing unproductive things? What is this guy saying? I'm sure he makes sense because he's an expert and I'm not. But I just thought that being productive required being productive. Maybe I'm just confused. And the fourth is that they eliminate meetings or just keep them short, which actually sounds great because the less social interaction you have to have, the more time you have to do network and make passive income all by yourself. I like this one. The fifth is that they schedule email processing time, which is just a fancy way of saying they check their emails sometimes, not all the time. And now KK here attests to this method because he gets more than 200 emails a day and ends his day with 0 in his inbox after only spending precisely an hour and 3 minutes a day on them, which tells me that he either delegates for someone to reply to all of his emails for him, or he doesn't read and reread his email at least 20 times out loud and in his head, which I think is potentially psychopathic behavior because like nobody just sends an email. Like what if you make a spelling oopsie or you accidentally sound angry and now they hate you? You have to think about these things, KK. Or do you not have time to think about these things because you're too busy thinking about all the money you're gonna make? And finally, the sixth is that they make it home for dinner. Every day their wives are thankful they make it back alive. No, they're not policemen. They're not firemen. They're businessmen. Their wives are probably just glad they didn't die of overeating during their third fucking business lunch of the day. The CEO of Intel wrote in his book, my day ends when I'm tired and ready to go home. So I guess if he never finds to go home to read anywhere, he'll be there all night. What a scary thought. See, work-life balance is important, but I feel like if you want to be a millionaire, just make work your life. It's just so much less effort to balance that way, you know what I mean? Now for the fourth tip, my personal tip, it's kind of like the end of the line. Like if you're not feeling so good about the whole millionaire thing, you're having some doubt, you don't really know if you can live without Starbucks, then I think what you need is manifestation. Like you want it, you got it. You think it into your life. Woo, look at your mind. Get everything you want because you attract it. Yeah. So first you get your journal or your A4 sheet of paper, ideally, because we're saving money because we want to be a millionaire. And just write yourself some affirmations. They could include like, I am totally rich right now. I have so much money. I am a millionaire girly pop. I have literally $1 million. Anything that just screams like rich to you. You know what I mean? And now bring that piece of paper with you. Look at yourself in the mirror. Just directly look into your eyes and accept that none of it is true. This is all stupid. Not everyone is going to be a millionaire ever. And that's okay. Let the tears fall. I know we want to believe that there's an Emma Chamberlain or a Mr. Beast hiding somewhere deep down inside of us, okay? But is there? I think there's probably not. We are going to be working until the day we die. And maybe after that, if we forget to hand in our 3-week notice before we die. Because you can't just get out of shit like that. You have responsibilities. The most we can do is really just find a job that makes us even minorly happy. And then at least we'll die knowing that we didn't sell overpriced courses on how to make money, knowing full well that the only way we were making money was by selling those courses. See, at least we'll die with dignity. Now smile and go to work. Because the only thing that get rich quick schemes get you is disappointed, okay? Mic drop. I don't want to drop it. Yeah, I don't really know what the point of that was either. Thanks for watching though. Have a good day. Stay fresh, cheese bags. I will see you in my next video. I bet it anyway. Are you going to subscribe? Oh no. Oh, don't you want to be a millionaire? Bye. What doing?
No, what doing you? Where are you sitting?
You'll never know.
Stand up. Stand up.
No, fuck off.
Stand up.
Why?
Oh, hi. No, the other way.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I'm filming a video on how to be a millionaire while I'm sitting on my floor.
It's going to be a great video because you're not a fucking millionaire.
That's the point. It's going to be great, right?
It's going to be amazing. Okay, bye.
Hey, bye.